All right, got a call here for a leaking hubcap on a, I thought it was a propane tanker, but it's not. So it's actually a van trailer hauling propane tanks. So I'm gonna turn my truck off on this one. So we're gonna go out here and check it out and see what's going on with it. Probably replace the hubcap. All right.
How far do you have to come?
Elkton, Maryland.
Huh?
Elkton, Maryland. Elkton, Maryland.
I know where that's at.
Oh, you didn't say nothing after I said it. That's.
I can't believe they brought you from way up there.
You'd be surprised how far I go. Well,
Well, I know, but just
for account customers, I've been all the way to Carlisle for a key.
for a tea,
Key. A key.
a key.
Yep.
This ain't our trailer. It's belongs to one of our other districts. And I picked it up. I thought it was leaking. Well, I know it's leaking now.
Yeah. But what's causing the leak? So. But what's causing the leak is what it.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna have you do real fast. Let me get some gloves on. I want you to just push in the red button. I just want to see if I feel a leak.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna replace the cap and everything, but just in case the T's bad or something. I might have to have you do it once I get it apart too. Well, let me get set up first and we'll go from there.
You have the tea to fix it?
Yeah, I brought what I had. I tried to ask him what kind of cap it had, if it was the one with the T in the middle, and he's like, well, I'm not really sure. I said, is it the big one or the smaller cap? Well, I'm not really sure. So I'm like, okay. I said, well, it makes a difference. But I happen to have one big cap and then one small cap, but the big caps are mainly for the tankers.
Yeah.
And he thought it was a tanker too. So.
Yeah, I'm doing with the if you'd hurried up and been here 20 minutes ago, you could help me stack some of that.
Oh man, I'm too old for that.
Oh, I'm older than you.
No, you're not. You ain't older than me.
Want to bet?
Not really.
How old are you?
55.
You lost that bet.
That's why I didn't.
I'll take $1 a year and I'd still be a rich man. I'm 60.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
And then you're doing this kind of work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why I'm young.
Yeah. I always thought.
Normally we don't have to pick shit up, but they have a lot of crap on wood, and somebody bent their stupid backrest on the dolly. It's leaned forward. Well, I normally don't come here, but they're out of propane, so I had to come here. I normally do nothing but Chester all day long, all week long. I run back and forth from the plant to Chester all day long. And they said, I was on my way to Chester, they said, you got to go to Newcastle. I get down here, well, somebody bent that rack, you know, that's on the back to keep shit from falling into the cab.
Right.
Well, hell, the top of that rack's touching the propane. The bottom of the forks, about 8-10 inches in between. Somebody really bent it forward. And I'm coming out trying to keep it level. And I upset the power. I said, what in the world? I didn't know what happened. As soon as I got off the forklift, it's sort of dark up there. I see it right away. I said, no wonder the back of the forks are touching the ground.
Right.
And the front of the forks are 6 inches in the air because of the way that rack's all bent. And I thought it was, you know, it had to be parallel with the ground. So I got to pick those heavy bastards up. Doesn't happen often, but it does.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it's an easy fix.
What's this?
Yeah.
It should be, hopefully. I mean, I'm gonna replace the cap anyway, but.
Well, it looks like somebody's already done something, and
well,
every time I've seen.
Well, what they've done is they use a stupid silicone shit that you're not supposed to be using. You're supposed to use an actual seal. I'd be surprised if there's a seal in the back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most of the time when they use that, what you got a camera for?
Huh? I record my road calls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
In case there's a problem.
No, I have a YouTube channel too. I put them on YouTube also.
Oh, okay.
So, I do different kind of things on my channel, and one of these is the robocalls. So
Okay. Cool. That's cool. I don't do YouTube. Well, I do watch YouTube, don't get me wrong. But now anymore, on YouTube, next thing you know, they're trying, every time you turn around, there's somebody on there from that, I can't think what it is, that shit from China.
from China.
TikTok.
Oh, they're always talking about China banned TikTok. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So they're always popping up there, and so I don't do TikTok. I'll look at YouTube. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been very helpful to me because I don't know how to do something.
Yeah.
I know enough to be dangerous, so you just go, how do you put oil in such and such a car? Yeah, it'll show you.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about YouTube. I do the same if there's something I'm not familiar with, or if I need to look up a code that I'm not familiar with on a computer for Cummins. Just look it up.
It's good that way, don't get me wrong. 'Cause I've done that. You know, I've been doing something, how do you check I had an Oldsmobile and I put no dipstick. I said, how the hell do you check the transmission fluid in this Oldsmobile? Well, you had to pull a plug out of the side of the transmission, which I'd have never thought that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of new vehicles like some of the minivans.
Yeah.
They don't have dipsticks anymore.
Yeah,
but there's a little fill tube there down at the bottom, but you still need something to be able to check it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a drain plug down here. You got to pull out and be able to check it. But it had a place to fill it because it was like a transaxle. You know, where it was the motor was in there sideways, but no place to check it. I said, well, that don't make sense. I've used it a few times.
Yeah, so it helps
That's
out.
what gets these bad guys in trouble now. They're Googling how to commit murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stupid asses. How to dispose of a body. I was like, if they catch you, they damn well are gonna know you're dead.
Yeah, right.
You just left a fucking paper trail 10 miles long. You got 4,000 searches on how to dispose of a body.
All right. I forgot to throw that away.
That's just like that guy. They just caught that guy out there in Long Island. That's how he caught him.
Oh, really?
Not with that, but now that they got his phone, he had burner phones, and they triangulated his burner phones, and they had a good idea it was him, and then they arrested him, and then they started finding all kind of bullshit. They spent, I think, 11 days in his house out there, looking for evidence, combing every inch of it, because they showed some pictures on the news of his house. He looked like a hoarder. Had a bunch of shit in there.
Okay, so we got one seized bolt right now. And it's this one. Always gotta be one.
You don't want it stuck?
No, I freed it finally.
Yeah. Man, they found 240 some guns in that guy's house.
Oh, yeah.
In a room down in the basement with a steel door on it like a vault.
Yeah,
His neighbors still don't believe that he did it.
Look at that freaking.
He was, you know, very quiet. That's the type you have to watch, them quiet people.
I want to say it must be leaking through the window because the hub behind this cap is all dry.
Yeah.
Either that or the tea might be bad. So.
Who knows? All I know is it's making a mess. The DOT just loves that shit.
Freaking idiots, man. You don't use freaking
What's that?
You don't use Permatex on shit like this. All it does is melt. and they put them all on the threads.
You know, this trailer's out of New Hampshire. Guy dropped it off. He got sick, and he dropped it off. I went and got it. Now I'm stuck with getting it fixed. Because that probably wasn't done too long ago. But when I first seen it today, I said, that ain't that good. Like it's bent, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It does. It is bent. All right.
How's they put air in there anyhow? Is there a tube inside there?
There's a stator tube inside your axle, and then you have a line that's connected.
Yeah.
That's your axle there. So it flows air through there, through the stator tube, and then
What keeps it from leaking into the axle?
That's the stator tube that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. As soon as I get this up, I'll show you.
I always wondered, how's that thing put air in there if I'm blowing air into the oil into the hub?
Jesus. Yeah. All right. That's probably another reason why it's leaking too. But I'm gonna replace the cap anyway.
That's okay.
Just to be, you know what I mean?
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
But this is the
Is that
shit.
not tight?
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like it. Oh, it's thicker than I thought.
Yeah, this one's a thick one. But you don't pump.
That one of them nuts that got a push button in it or something?
I think this is one of them. Yeah. Well, actually, this one here. Man, they got all the shit on the nut. I don't know. That one looks a little. This one looks a little different from what I normally see.
The company I work for.
They got. You know what they got? Looks like they got two torque heads in there to keep it in place.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it can't back off.
I guess.
It's supposed to. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Let me get my brushes. Need to brush this up and get that clean. And then do me a favor. You see this right here? See this nut right here in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, if I took this out and pulled that out, it's like a long tube that's inside there. Okay? So the line that's hooked up in the axle, the air goes through this tube here. Okay? This here, you have an O-ring here, and this goes inside.
I don't see no O-ring here.
No, right here.
It's there?
Yeah, see it right there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then this just goes inside.
That's all keeps it from leaking.
Yep. Do me a favor, just what I want you to do is just push in your red button for a sec.
Okay.
All right, so what we're doing is I want to see, make sure this don't leak. But, okay, so it's not leaking. Okay, you can pull it back out. All right, so we're gonna replace this T-fitting because it's bent. And we're gonna clean this up because they used sealant, this Permatex crap that you're not supposed to use. I was just explaining to them what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. See, I took my hearing aids because I was lifting that shit up. I was sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
Because I just spent a lot of money on them, and they've been nothing but a headache since I got them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't have them a week. Had to take one back because it quit working. Had them about 3 months. They sent them both back because they started corroding because I told them I sweat. They said, well, they're waterproof, you should be okay. So that wasn't the case.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. Yeah, right.
They said something had to be wrong with them because that should have never happened. But I'm one of them people, all I gotta do is look at work and I start sweating. You know what I mean?
Right.
You do it, you don't need me for anything else right now?
Not right now.
I mean, I get some paperwork I gotta do.
All right.
I'll be up there. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so we're gonna clean this up. Get this all smooth again and get all this silicone shit up off this front part of the hub. You're not supposed to use silicone on this. You're supposed to put a seal on it. And this is what happens. But I think the window's leaking in the front. So we'll put a new T in and a new cap. That way there's no guessing game on what's actually failed on this thing. But as you saw, this silicone stuff just melted. So when they put them in the threads, you don't need to put the shit in the threads because get that. Trying to get that silicone out of there. You don't need to put this stuff in the threads because one out. Because the oil doesn't go through the threads for one. Here we go. Got it. Can't be having silicone in the bearings. So anyway. Let's see. I'm just feeling, make sure it's all smooth. Maybe just a light with the scraper. And then we'll brush it up one more time. Then we'll go get a cap. And we'll have to line this cap up. Yep, that's got a seal right there. That's part of the seal right there. Okay. Where's my brush? I'm gonna brush this up some more. This is supposed to be clean, where you almost see silver. Can't have no rust or anything on this thing. Nothing left over from the seal. It's all gotta be cleaned off. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass because the seal sticks on there so bad. All right, I'll probably take care of that. Yeah. As long as it's smooth, it'll be good to go. Like I brought everything with me. Alright, I don't feel any rough spots. So I think I got it all smoothed out and cleaned up. All right, let's go get a cap. Get my hands off and we'll get another one of these right here. There's gonna be a small cap here, and I'm gonna have to line this up because I gotta fill it through the hole. There's a hole here. You gotta fill it there, so I gotta make sure, remember to put the cap, the fill hole up top. Need another paper towel. Turn my truck off because we're in the propane area. So We're in the yard anyway. Get my glasses out here. That's a short one. These are through tees is what they're actually called. And I think it's going to be a short one. Yeah, it's going to be a short one. So. Just double check here. Oh yeah, look at that. It's probably leaking through behind the tee, as a matter of fact. Because look how, see the O-ring here? See how that O-ring, there's not hardly anything left of that O-ring. But like I said, I'm gonna replace the cap and the tee, so there's no question that there's nothing wrong with that cap. So if you replace it all, it should be okay. And put a proper seal. This is the seal here. You need that seal. All right, let's put this back in here until I'm ready for it. And then there should be a plug. Yeah, there it is. So we're gonna keep the plug right there for now. We're gonna put this on. And we gotta start filling it up. Clean the wheel up. And then he should be good to go. As a matter of fact, let me get some of this silicone. You don't need silicone on this. It's got lock washer on it. There we go. Clean every one of these. Do the job right. This crap. I came across another trail like that for JB Hunt. They didn't even clean the seal off. They tried to put a new seal on and then slap some silicone on there. It's not going to work. I guarantee you they filled that hole up with silicone and then they, or this Permatex stuff, and they keep saying silicone. Same stuff, but guarantee you they filled the holes and then screwed this in there. Man, hold on, I gotta get me a. Just a little more out of here and then we can put this back together. There we go. Because that silicone was holding that washer on. I don't know what happened to my other. Oh, here we are. All right, about as good as it's going to get. There we go. All right, that'll work. Now we can put this stuff back in. All right, we'll get the cap here. Line up the holes. Line up the holes. And we'll make sure. Come on. Screw in there. Cool. Now I'm going to have to get a tube. I think I still have the tube I made to fill this up with my fill bottle. Hell of a time getting these in there. Yeah, anytime you're working on hazmat stuff, you don't want to be using anything cordless. You gotta do it all by hand. Because it sparks. You don't know if there's any, especially when you're working on propane stuff. Okay. Ridiculous. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right. I'm just going to hand tighten these for now.
That's shiny. Jim Crow gonna see that.
Yeah, don't get it dirty.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I remember the day I'd have to have everything shiny. Not anymore.
That O-ring on that old T's bad too.
What's that?
That old O-ring, the O-ring on that T,
Yeah.
that through T,
Yeah.
it's bad. There's hardly anything left of it. So
You replaced it?
I'm going to replace with a new T.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. They don't sell the O-rings for the T's.
Okay, that's cool.
So,
That's.
but
That should have been done the first time, and somebody.
when I measured it up, I needed to get a measurement because there's a long and short. So when I took the short one out and held them both together,
Yeah.
you can see my O-ring's a lot fatter. The other one, there's hardly anything left. So. And this actually has a seal on it. So.
Yeah, that's cool because, I mean, I know what that means, but some guys don't. All they care about is, okay, they said they fixed it, I'm going home.
I don't understand lately why. I mean, hell, when I first started to even do fix trucks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, using silicone stuff like that, was not recommended. He never did. My boss always said, don't ever do that.
If you have a hubcap, doesn't the gasket usually come with the hubcap?
Usually, yeah. But if for any reason the old seal went bad and they pulled it off and they didn't have one,
Yeah.
then they used the silicone.
That's probably what happened.
And there's different types of silicone. I don't even know if this is rated for what kind of heat it's rated for, because these hubs do get warm. But the thing is, if it's not made for oil, on top of that,
Yeah.
the oil's gonna eat that away, which you can see it pretty much did on most of it. But he used it like he was frosting a cake and shit. Put it all in the
You
holes.
wanted to finish the tube up, huh?
Well, I don't know what he wanted to do. He should have just went and got, whoever it was, should have just went and got a seal for the damn thing.
Well, don't get me wrong.
They're not much
understand.
money.
These days, people are looking for a shortcut. Me, I'm all about doing it right the first time.
Well,
Or I got to make 10 trips to do it right the first time, or one trip,
Like-
because I don't know what I'm doing.
I
I've
guess
done that.
I guess what gets me mad or irritated when I see shit like this is because my boss, if anything ever came back on me and I did something half-assed or took a shortcut, he'd have my ass for that, because he doesn't like that shit. You know, when people are out there like, well, just chamber the chamber so he can get going. No, we don't do that, especially when it's loaded. Because if it goes down the road and that driver gets in an accident, the last person that chambered that thing, it's on them.
Exactly. A lot of guys don't think that way, though.
You know, you believe we get quite a bit of calls before for annual inspections. The company will call and say, "Hey, can you just put a sticker on it so he can get going?" No.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a definite big no-no, because that's probably the truck you need to look at extra hard, because what are they trying to hide?
Well, there's somebody around there who's doing it, because we had a call from a trailer down there at one of the grocery marts warehouses. Had us pick up the trailer because it had no brakes. Well, somebody stickered it a week before, and there was no brakes. The S cams were so loose you could just up and around. There was no brake pads left on any of the wheels.
And he didn't burn them up in a week.
No, he did not burn them up in a week.
I actually thought you came further than you did.
No, Elkton.
Elkins is a little bit closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, no, Elkton.
I was thinking Elkin was 109 miles north.
Oh, is that why you sound?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I know it's like.
I know it's at the 109 mile mark.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's like 30 miles, but I thought maybe you figured that was pretty far.
How far is it?
It's about 30 from where I'm at.
Yeah, that's not that bad. I actually thought you'd come like 109 miles, because I know I got off exit 3, and I was thinking, because it's been a long time since I've been over this way, because I used to haul cars up and down 95.
Right.
And I used to spend a lot of time at the TA in Elkin.
All right, so now we're gonna go get my tube
A
and
lot of time.
fill this thing up.
Then they went bankrupt. I got mad at the world. My buddy talked me to come over here to haul propane, and I did
There
that.
we go, there's my tube.
As soon as I got here, he quit.
Okay, let's fill this thing up. Yep. This is gonna be the longest part here, filling this up. Oops. Here we go.
A lot of companies going to the ones that are packed with grease now.
Yeah, I mean, there's some that are grease and some are still oil.
And I know when I haul cars, all ours, they all had grease.
Yeah,
They didn't have no oil. They had all grease.
right.
And they sort of made them. I mean, I watched them change seals and stuff. They made them sort of idiot-proof. You can't over tighten them because they have a crush ring or something. I don't know what they call it. There's like a spacer in there that you tighten down against, and then that's where it goes, I guess.
On what? On the on this hubcap?
No, not in hubcap.
Or are you talking about the axle?
The axle, when you're
Oh,
putting
yeah.
the bearing seal in.
Wow.
Yeah, you just tighten it down, and Before you had to know, like adjusting the old time brakes, you had to know what you were doing.
Yeah.
You could adjust them too tight or too loose.
Or people crank them all the way to the drum and don't back them off.
Yeah, and then you wonder why it won't move. Yeah, I know enough to be dangerous. I'm not afraid to dig into anything.
Right.
But I know a good bit. I know more than, I don't know the technical terms for a lot of shit, but I know what to do. Been down that road. That's all I've ever done. I'm 65 years old here, and I've been driving since I've been 18.
Yeah, you really don't look like you're 65, to be honest. I always start having this job being physical.
Well, when you haul cars, I don't know if you know what's involved with hauling cars.
Yeah, I know it's.
You do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
A lot of walking.
Well, I used to think because I've been with him for, I'm going on 26 years now. Yeah. I figured because I'm always physical, doing the brakes and everything, that I always be in good shape. It takes a toll on your knees and stuff after a while on your arm. Yeah. We had mechanics apparently.
I had a heart attack 11 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And my heart had all these veins sticking out all over the place. Not arteries like you're supposed to. I had these veins sticking out. And they said that was because I did so much walking. Because I had 99% walking in one artery, 89 in another, 98 in another. I got 4 stents in there.
All right, it's right at the minimum.
My doctor, being that I was a truck driver, he says, "You don't do any walking. No wonder you had a heart attack." I said, "I bet I walk more than most people." So I ended up buying one of them watches that sort of keep track of how much you walk.
There you go.
I walk quite a bit.
All right. All right, so I'm gonna set this off right now until I get this topped off, and then we'll do the rest. All right, so I got this all filled up to the line, so we're gonna put it all together. And then clean the rim up, and then you'll be good to go.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, you sleeping here?
Yes.
Oh, I'm rushing, thinking that you wanted to go.
Well, no, I was gonna go, but I ain't got enough time to go anywhere. I was heading north to go to Wrightstown. But I was talking to my buddy that up there at exit 4 where I normally go to bed up there at that rest area, it's not there right now, they said.
Oh, really?
Remodeling. They got it all tore down. Because that'd be the only place I could find a place to park. It's not like I can just park anywhere with the propane truck. I gotta be in a parking space or I get my ass in trouble.
You gotta be away at certain.
I gotta be in the right place. I can't park on the get on ramp.
Come on. That's too big. No, I know what it is. That'll be a 1/4 inch. There we go. Yep.
I'll be back.
All right, so got the oil filled up. So we're gonna put this plug on. We won't have to use thread seal because it's already got thread seal on it. So, and the oil level is staying right at the full mark. So we're good. I'll put this on. We'll tighten this down. Okay. All right, so that should be tight. You don't, if you keep going, you're gonna screw it all the way in. So. far as you need to really go with it. There we go. All right, so now we're going to take this T right here and we're going to install it. See how this one's straight versus the old one wasn't, and the O-rings is good. I'm going to stick it in the hole and gently. There we go. And we're going to turn this. Take this out here too. And hope that it clocks where I need it to clock. There you go. Yep, that'll work. And that'll work. All right. And I could probably go one more here. There we go. All right, you don't want to over tighten these. You get them too tight, then you'll bust it. So that'll work right like that for that good. All right, so now we're going to clean up the oil that's all on the rim here, and then we're going to be done. And then we're going to clean the rim, of course. So there's an oil pad here. We're going to let that soak in. Just like that. Get this one I got up here. Get me a bag. Put this crap in. Throw it away. All right. These old towels here I save when they're no good anymore. I just don't throw them away. I use them for stuff like this. So we're gonna take one of these towels and clean the rim with, because it cleans a lot easier and less oil pads and towels to use to clean that rim. Because you gotta clean that rim. Make sure all the oil is from that rim. Apparently I thought he was leaving out, but apparently he's sleeping here, so. I'm gonna give me some more oil pads too. Seems like I'm always running out of stuff for low. All right, so let's clean this thing up and we'll be done. I'm glad y'all like long videos. So, see how it just now I'll still have to get it power washed. This wheel, I can only do so much to get it clean. So, all right, where's my brake clean? I'm gonna take my brake clean and spray it all on here. Take this oil pad. Get as much off as I can and get this rim dry again. I get as much out of the holes as I can. I'm gonna take this towel again. Go. Like I said, as long as the rim's dry. This caked on stuff he's got has been dried on here for a while. This thing ain't been leaking for a while. It'll be all right. All right. Brake clean smell good. All right. So double check the level. Yep, still the same. Still at the full mark. Just under the full mark. That's where it needs to be. All right, so I've cleaned up the rim best as I can.
That's good. It looks good.
Yeah, you can get it. Maybe they can get it power washed somewhere down the road.
Right.
But
I mean, it's not like they're gonna see all them new parts and they're not gonna say, well, it's leaking. I would think. You never know.
well, I've had that happen out of scale. Somebody replaced something but didn't clean the rim and they thought it was leaking. So I had to go there and clean the rim up. Tell DOT that they just replaced the cap. So there we go.
They basically did half the job. Basically.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's
There used to
happened
be a
before.
guy up in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of it. His name was Mike. He used to have a mobile service. He used to work on our trucks up there. And that guy made a small fortune because he didn't have a garage. He worked strictly out of that truck. And he went from a small pickup truck to like a truck like you have here. And the next thing you know, he had like a huge bread truck. But he special ordered it. He had huge toolboxes in there. He would never put his tools away.
Yeah, our F550s was bigger than these trucks here. We actually just downsized our trucks because we don't need half the stuff. We used to, you know, back in the day, we used to use the crane all the time, everything. Steve's Road Service. Rick. Where is he at in Elkton? Where is he at in Elkton? All right, hang on. Don't give me all that info yet because I'm working on the trailer right now. Give me a second. So he's outside the gate. All right, so he's somewhere where I can work with it, right? Okay. All right, give me a second because I gotta wipe my hands off and get my pad out and get your info. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so I was going to do it on this one. I'll see you on the next one.